Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Rob Theory from Dark Theory Inc. And I wanted to talk to you guys and tell you about my childhood growing up. So, my sister and I, we spent a lot of time together, especially when we were children. And we had lived in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. I believe it was around there at the time. We had the most strangest experience. It was around when we were about 14, 15 years old. And we were all hanging out. Me and my sister basically kind of almost homeless and living in this apartment. And, we weren't paying rent for like over 6 months, and we were kind of in this weird situation, but we were all hanging out with all our friends. It was our little crew that we had in Brooklyn, and we were all sitting there talking and, relaxing and doing what teenagers do at that time. And I remember my friends started talking about like paranormal stuff, and then in the conversation all of a sudden I remembered something, and I said, it's weird, when I was younger I remember speaking to these little tiny people. So I said, I know it sounds kind of stupid, but I just thought of it out of the blue for some reason. And everybody started listening, and then all of a sudden my sister comes over and she's like, I remember that. And I thought, at first I thought it was just a dream or something, and until she said she remembered it. When she said that, then the conversation got really deep, and we both started looking at each other. We started talking to each other about it, and everything that she remembered was everything I remembered. It was crazy. And up to this day, we're still, mystified by this whole idea, until we started learning about these little people that, that they have with, fairies and all these things, and people that live in the wall like gnomes. And to me, that's fascinating, because we didn't know about that at that age. Even when we were kids, we didn't know that that was something that other people spoke about, that they have a history of. So it's kind of neat when you think about these things, because a lot of people dismiss these things as being mass hallucinations, or all kinds of nonsense and excuses. But the reality is, we live in a world where we know very little of it, very little about it, and the universe even less. So I will not dismiss just anything. And I'm not promoting anything. I'm just saying things and experiences that I've had. And I know YouTube is very strict about their content, and I believe that what we talk about is just experiences, speculations, and theories, and try to have fun with it, art and humor with insight. But there are a few more incidences where, that ties into my life, that made me see things in a much different light. My sister as well, she's a phenomenal artist. Her artwork is off the charts. She sold a few pieces for like a couple $1,000, she's doing that well, but she was always very creative as a child. And hopefully we're going to be working together more and more. And sometimes life happens that way, it's you stay apart for so long, and then you get back together and things start working out, But I can tell you guys that even though I talk just about all these topics, I do believe in spirituality very much. I don't want to claim any religion, but I'll tell you that if you guys do believe in something good, keep that belief, because in the world that we live in, it's not just made of rocks and stones. If you break it down to its finest particles, it's a blinking in and out of existence, and that's the truth. That's science right there. Science cannot tell you where or what the soul is, or the consciousness. They can't explain it. There's nothing. The only thing they can tell you is that they think it's information, and that's what they're doing with the AI right now, artificial intelligence. They're saying that if they give it enough information, that somehow on its own it will acquire what you call a singularity, and that is the awareness of self, like that we have. But I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I can tell you is, if that happens, yeah, I'd love to see that and to see what that is and explore it more. At the same time, I'll tell you that I do believe that your mind is powerful. There are other forces working against us and for us, but we have to be able to understand how to tap into those forces. And I do mine through meditation and mantra and prayer. You guys can do it in many different ways. There's not just one path, there are many paths, and we have to keep that in mind. Well, I'll leave you guys with that, and I'll be putting another story out there very soon. And like I said, I'm going to be drawing out these stories so you can actually get a visual of what these were. And I said, before, that I'm working on very limited ability, because I have a spinal condition that kind of numbs my arms and legs. So I'm working through that, guys. And, hopefully I'll be able to do all these things before, hopefully this won't get any worse, and I'll be able to do all this stuff and give it to you guys. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon in the next video. Please hit the like button, hit the bell, and subscribe. If you really enjoy this stuff, you want to see more, and I will love to have your stories to be told on my channel. It'd be great. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Talk to you guys soon. Remember, please be kind to animals. Talk to you soon.